Let's be honest, there are countless ways to make money, but only a few of them truly build lasting wealth. Throughout history, certain strategies have consistently created millionaires and even billionaires, and here's the good news, they still work today. In this journey, we'll explore 5 proven paths to wealth creation. Each of these has transformed ordinary people into extraordinary success stories. You don't need to master all 5, sometimes even one can change your financial life forever. So, let's begin with the first method, investing in stocks. The stock market has long been a proven path to wealth, yet, most people never get rich from it. Why? Because they play the game wrong. The wealthiest 10% of Americans own nearly 90% of all stocks. They invest with discipline and strategy, while ordinary investors often treat the market like a casino, chasing hype, buying when prices are high, and selling when fear takes over. That's why professionals call them capital donors. But stocks can absolutely build wealth if you follow the right principles. Step 1 is focusing on blue-chip companies like Apple, Microsoft, or Coca-Cola. These giants survive recessions, market crashes, and shifting trends. They reward patient investors with steady growth and dividends. The strategy is simple: buy, hold, and let compounding do the work. Step 2 is index funds and ETFs. Instead of betting on one company, you own hundreds or even thousands at once. Low cost, easy to manage, and historically strong in returns, these funds make investing simple for beginners and powerful for professionals. Step 3 is diversification. Spread investments across industries, countries, and even asset classes. If one sector falls, another often rises. Diversification smooths out the ride and ensures long-term growth. For most people, this is enough, but the wealthy often go further. They search for undervalued companies with high potential. They use tools like options to protect their wealth. Some even leverage borrowed money to multiply gains, and many entrust fortunes to hedge funds or family offices, accessing strategies unavailable to the public. The lesson is clear: stocks can make you rich, but only with patience, discipline, and strategy. The market rewards long-term players, not short-term gamblers. The second method, investing in real estate. More millionaires have been created through property than through any other asset in history, and the beauty of real estate is, you don't need to be rich to start. Many people begin with something simple: renting out a spare room. This small step is known as house hacking, living in part of a property while the rent from another part covers your expenses. Suddenly, your biggest cost, housing, starts generating wealth instead of draining it. The next step is becoming a landlord. Instead of selling your first home when you move, you rent it out. Month after month, income arrives while your tenants help pay off the mortgage. It's not always passive. You'll face repairs, maintenance, and the occasional late rent, but your wealth begins to grow on autopilot. Then comes short-term rentals. Platforms like Airbnb have turned ordinary homes into high-income machines. The right property in the right location can generate more in a weekend than a tenant might in a month. That's the power of the short-term rental game. Seasoned investors often move to the BRRRR strategy: buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. By improving rundown properties and extracting new equity, they snowball one property into many. At higher levels, investors enter commercial real estate, office buildings, warehouses, and retail centers. These deals come with long leases, often 5 to 10 years, providing stability and predictable income. Beyond that are niche opportunities: self-storage, mobile home parks, farmland. They may sound unglamorous, but they produce steady, reliable cash flow. The boldest investors eventually raise money from others, buying apartment complexes, malls, and entire communities. Developers push even further, transforming empty land into multi-million-dollar projects. At the very top are institutional giants, funds with billions that buy thousands of homes at once, reshaping entire neighborhoods. The third proven path to wealth is riding waves of new technology. Throughout history, innovation has been the fastest way to create fortunes. The printing press, the steam engine, electricity, the computer, the internet each gave rise to a new generation of millionaires. And today, the wave is artificial intelligence. AI is transforming industries and creating opportunities at every level. Workers use it to increase productivity. Tasks that once took hours now take minutes. Entrepreneurs and freelancers leverage AI to build one-person businesses, scaling work that once required entire teams. Above them are the builders, those creating AI-driven tools and apps. Simple software that edits videos, generates content, or manages finances can be built faster and cheaper than ever before, sometimes by a single developer. Many of these tools are already generating fortunes. Then come AI-first startups, companies built entirely around AI. These are laying the foundation for the next generation of tech giants. Imagine tools that generate films from text, create personal digital assistants, or organize the entire history of your digital life. And behind it all are the infrastructure players, companies like NVIDIA, TSMC, and ASML, providing the chips and hardware that make AI possible. Just as in every gold rush, some dig for gold, but the biggest winners often sell the shovels. The wealth being created in AI and other new technologies is staggering. Those who position themselves early are not only making money, they're shaping the future. The fourth path to wealth is passive income, earning money long after the work is done. Think of patents. James Dyson didn't just invent a vacuum cleaner, he patented it. Every company that used his design had to pay him. He became wealthy not by building factories, but by owning the idea. Or royalties. Every holiday season, Mariah Carey earns millions from a single song recorded decades ago. Each time it plays, money flows in. That's the power of creating once and earning forever. In today's digital age, passive income often comes from products like ebooks, courses, templates, and software. They cost almost nothing to reproduce, yet they can be sold endlessly worldwide. One product, unlimited buyers, infinite potential. Sometimes, it's about owning words or brands. Michael Buffer trademarked the phrase, "Let's get ready to rumble." Those 5 words have earned him hundreds of millions. Licensing takes this to a larger scale. George Lucas didn't manufacture toys or games, he simply licensed Star Wars. The merchandise generated billions, while Lucas collected royalties. Franchising is another powerful system. Ray Kroc scaled McDonald's by selling the business model itself. Each franchise paid fees, while McDonald's collected profits without running every restaurant. Even simple real estate rent is a form of passive income. And in stocks, dividends pay shareholders year after year. Warren Buffett earns over $700 million annually from Coca-Cola dividends without lifting a finger. The lesson is simple: if you want financial freedom, build streams of income that flow even when you stop working. When your money keeps working after you've stopped, you've achieved true passive wealth. The fifth and final path is storing wealth. Making money is one thing, but keeping it across generations is another. History shows that most fortunes vanish within 3 generations. Yet families like the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds have remained wealthy for more than a century. Their secret lies in placing wealth into stores of value that survive wars, crashes, and inflation. The first is real estate. Land is finite. Governments can print money, but they cannot print more Manhattan. That scarcity makes real estate one of the most reliable stores of value. The second is blue-chip stocks. Not the trendy names of the moment, but companies like Coca-Cola, American Express, and Apple. Businesses that endure decades, adapt to change, and quietly compound wealth. The third is education. Knowledge is the one asset that cannot be stolen or destroyed. When you understand money, business, and strategy, you carry the ultimate store of value within yourself. The fourth is precious metals. Gold and silver have outlasted empires, currencies, and governments. They may not pay dividends, but in times of chaos, they act as wealth insurance. The fifth is government bonds. Safe, steady, and backed by nations, they serve as financial bunkers when uncertainty rises. The sixth is fine art and collectibles. A Picasso painting, a rare Ferrari, vintage watches, or jewelry, these items are scarce, desired, and often grow in value with time. They sit outside traditional markets, protecting wealth in unique ways. And finally, there is cryptocurrency. Still volatile, still controversial, but undeniably important. For some, Bitcoin is digital gold, scarce, decentralized, and beyond government control. Whether it becomes permanent or not, it has already reshaped how the world thinks about money. Together, these stores of value are more than just assets. They are legacy. They ensure wealth can be protected. We've explored 5 proven paths to wealth: stocks, real estate, new technology, passive income, and stores of value. Each one has created millionaires, billionaires, and family fortunes that have lasted centuries. The truth is, you don't need all 5. Master even one, done with patience and discipline, and it can transform your life. Wealth isn't built overnight. It's built step by step, decision by decision, over years of consistent action. The difference between those who remain average and those who become wealthy is simple: the wealthy play the long game. So ask yourself, where will you begin? Will you invest in companies that grow while you sleep? Will you build property wealth, brick by brick? Will you ride the wave of new technology? Will you create streams of income that pay you forever? Or will you protect what you've earned in assets that last? The choice is yours. The opportunity is now. And if history teaches us anything, it's this: those who act, who study the game, and who play it wisely, are the ones who win. Because at the end of the day, money is more than numbers. It's freedom. It's security. And it's the power to shape your future.